criminals in this world appear and bring the law.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Come on now, who don't like Underdog when they was a kid? Some of y'all don't even know who Underdog was. Y'all are so young. What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about today's price action with Ape. Okay, what's going on with Ape? Why today is such a significant day? Because this is the day that he's called them out and said, I'm sending the proxy statements February 8th. And this is where retail investors get to vote on his proposals. That's what makes today so special. We should start getting proxy statements in the emails starting today, tomorrow, something like that. Be watching for them. Your inbox of your email should be one of the most important things to you right now if you are an AMC shareholder, because you will be watching for your proxy vote. When you get it, let's talk about what happened the last time they had this situation going on where we had to vote on shit and what went wrong. Okay, first off, what went wrong is they've admitted, the clearinghouses that take care of the votes and everything have admitted that corporate election fraud is rampant in the market. So they're trying to put a stop to that. So that's where we're at, and that's why your vote's important. So what went wrong in the last vote that we had? Well, to begin with, people were getting the emails. And back then, everybody didn't have as many shares they had back then. And they would say shit like, well, I only have 72 of my shares that are allotted for me for vote. And I own 122. So those amount of votes were not going to be counted. And you have to make sure it is your responsibility as a shareholder and able to vote that when your proxy statement comes in, the first thing you check is how many votes do you have. You have one vote for every share that you own. Okay? Now, what's going on with them votes, I've talked about that. I've shared with y'all what's going to happen is that they've told you that if you have a brokerage account, okay, then here's what's going to happen. Your broker has sold their share to you. Okay? Therefore, they do not get the voting rights for possessing that share. That share is whitelisted to you, and you get that right to vote on the proposal. So the brokerages will have no vote whatsoever in this election. All right? But it is encompassed upon each and every one of us to make sure that our proxy vote statement shows us exactly the amount of shares of AMC and Ape that we own, and that we are going to get to vote on each one of the shares that we possess. That's the message to y'all tonight. Now, let's talk about where we're at, because I don't know why I do it. I get bored and I'll click back over here, and this is why I try not to get bored. And there's a particular YouTuber having a live, and he's explaining how the story isn't important. That he's a financial channel where he looks at the financials and he looks at all the SEC reports, and the story is not what's important. And he's full of shit. All right, and I noticed his channel growing. Congratulations to him. And you people that are subscribing to his shit, you're going to find out. But the story is the most important thing here in this play, not fundamentals. Oh, and by the way, he says that if we don't vote yes, then AMC is going to go bankrupt, when he's been telling us how good of a standing AMC's been on this whole time. But that's another story. The story here is we went from 65 cents to $3.33. That is an increase, people, of 388%, 389%. All right, we have a long ways to go. I agree with some of the other YouTubers who say a 50-cent rise don't excite me much, because we got a long ways to go, but we only have a short time to get there. Cut to the clip of Smokey and the Bandit.
We're gaining on them.
Because the vote is coming up. Maybe. He never said it would happen. He's going through the motions. I've told y'all that he is intimidating them. This spike happened when he said, we're going to convert this shit back into AMC. Fuck y'all. Y'all want to manipulate our stock? And the next day, we ripped. All right? And we ripped again shortly after that. All right? But then we consolidated. We went into an uptrend here. And right here's where he said, okay, here's the SEC filing. And we said, whoop, okay, here we go. Why? The little D's are covering. And you can expect the short interest to start going down. The self-reported short interest to start going down. Why? Because they're going to try to convince us that they're covering or closing out their positions, but their legal positions is not what we're after. Remember that. But that's their next play, is that all this is them going to be covering, and our short interest is all of a sudden going to drop. But I don't give a fuck about your short interest. Your real short interest is probably about 60,000%. But the story is, you threatened them with conversion right here, and this was the result. And then you sent the SEC filing right here, and this has been the result. All right, the story is very important to this play. What comes next is rather each and every one of us gets our proxy statements. There should be nothing else more important to you than that right now, because there's nothing more important to me than that right now. You voting yes or voting no. People are asking me, do I still want to vote this way or that way? We'll talk about that in another video. Let's see where Ape is going to go. And let's see if Ape is about to bring me the money I was expecting from AMC. We'll see, and I'll keep you updated. Love y'all. Be blessed. See you in the next video.